Welcome back to the New Equity Network show. It's a show that we're going to talk about all kinds of market sectors, all kinds of CEOs for new innovative companies seeking customers, but also seeking capital. We're going to be bringing on a variety of guests. But first, I wanted to start the show off with an old friend of mine, Michael Turner, he's president and founder of Turner Capital Investments, to get a lay of the land at the beginning of the week of sector analysis, where we're going to see hot spots. Michael has some technology that he's proven out with real money, his first and then clients later, about forward-leading indicators, not lagging indicators that give you confirmation, but stuff that looks out into the future using mathematics and market analysis. It's not emotional. He's taken the human factor out of it, and he's done pretty darn good with it. So, Michael, welcome back to the segment.
Thanks, Michael. Glad to be here.
All right. What do you see looking forward? What are you focusing on this week? What sectors? And if you want to drill down into individual stocks within those sectors, that's fine too.
Okay. I'm about 80% invested at the moment. My plan is to put probably another 15 to 18% of my money to work this week. So I'm bullish in the market, and as I said earlier, I'm bullish 1 week at a time. And I know that for a lot of folks that's very hard to grasp. But really what I like to do, and I think this is where people can make the most money, is to take what the market gives you. If the market is telling us that it's in a bull cycle, you want to be bullish. If the market tells you it's in a bear cycle, you want to be bearish. And I have a bear market strategy when that bear market occurs. Now, right now, I've got 3 positions. I can't tell you what I'm planning to buy in my portfolio this week because that's proprietary to my managed account clients. But I can tell you of 3 positions that if I were not already in, and I am in these 3 positions, I'd be looking to get in them. They're very, very strong stocks, and I like them a lot. The first one is ABC. Now, ABC is a Amerisourcebergen. It is a stock that is trending up very nicely. I like the and one of the things you'll find about me is I don't really care so much about what the company is or doesn't do. I care about how strong the fundamentals are. I care about what their technicals are. I won't spend a lot of time on this, but this is a stock that's got good, strong technicals, good, strong fundamentals, and it's got, I like the volume that it has, the trading volume, which is near 2 million shares a day. The institutional ownership is great. It's up around 80% institutional ownership. That means they really like it. Good insider buying. It's been well above the trend line for nearly a year, and it only dipped down a little bit, but it's in that period of time, it's really been in a solid upward trend for almost 3 years. So this is a good, solid company that has been making me good money in the portfolio. And if I wasn't in it right now, I'd be buying it. Another one is Disney. Everybody knows about Disney, DIS. This is another very strong company and stock. Now, the problem about Disney that I want to warn folks about is that it releases earnings tomorrow. And I have a rule. I have a rule about every aspect of the market. And one is I never buy a stock in front of earnings. I don't care what the analysts say. In fact, I don't even pay attention to what analysts say. I pay attention to what the technicals tell me and the fundamentals tell me on a stock. And tomorrow, Disney releases earnings, and so I'd be looking at it post earnings and decide whether or not I wanted to get it. Right now, it's another one in my portfolio. I like it. It's been in an uptrend for over 3 years. Really like the direction it's going. Good, solid company. It's got good momentum behind it. Good fundamentals. Good technicals. The third one is Goldman Sachs. It's a financials sector company. It's not been as strong as these other 2 for the overall trend, but it's in a nice trend now. It's been moving up for about 4 months, a little less than 4 months. I like the direction that it's going. It's got a good upward trend, got good trading volume, got a very good fundamentals, and high scoring stock. So again, what I do is my system goes out, it rates, ranks, and scores about 6,000 stocks and ETFs, and comes back and tells me which ones are the highest scoring, best trending stocks of that group. Now, here's the thing that's important, Michael, in this whole process. Even if back up. If the market has moved to neutral, and it's not, it's in a bull mode.
Right.
And when if it moves into bear, which it's not, even these stocks that I am in right now, I'll be out of in neutral and bear markets. Not because they're bad stocks, not because they stop moving up. It's because the market is changing, and therefore my trading strategy changes with it. I move my trading strategy to be in sync with what the market is doing. Right now, the market is in a bull mode, so I want to be full in, fundamentally strong, uptrending stocks.
Well, Michael, one of the things that I've noticed about your trading system is that you've got forward-leading indicators, and we started off by wanted to go through the sectors, and you give me an idea of which sectors are showing you turning points that potential turning points that are coming up in the week. We got a real strong bull market to go forward, but inside of that, people trying to, they move their portfolio around and want to give them an idea what you see that, they ought to be, where the speed bumps are going to come up at.
Right. And we have a system that's based on a mathematical system that's called time cycle analysis. And that time cycle analysis, it forecasts for me what the upcoming week, the upcoming month, actually the next 3 months, what it's going to look like from a time cycle perspective. And I can share that with you right now. This is interesting. Of the 5 major segments of the market, the S&P 500, 400, the NASDAQ, the Russell, and the Dow, only one is showing upward pricing pressure. Now, what I mean by upward pricing pressure, it means that the market's in a bull mode, but we could have, do we get more strength in pushing that bull mode higher, or do we get a little bit of weakness of it coming back? I like to buy into weakness if the market is strong. And right now, this week, just for this week now, that's what I'm giving you the forecast on.
Right.
The S&P 500 looks like it'll have some weakness. I can't tell you how much, but I can tell you that there are going to be opportunities to buy in the S&P 500 if it pulls back today. Right now, the market's up nicely. I probably wouldn't want to buy today. I'd want to buy it when the market pulls back a little bit this week. The S&P 400 looks weak. The NASDAQ, on the other hand, looks to be strong this week. So if I had a stock that was traded in the NASDAQ arena, the kind of the technology world, if you will, I'd be looking for an opportunity to get in on any kind of weakness, but knowing full well I might not get that opportunity because it looks strong. The Russell 2000 looks a little bit weak this week, and the Dow looks a little bit weak this week. So I'd be looking for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that period of time, maybe even Friday. I'd be looking at a pullback in those if I was going to be buying. Now, from the sector arena, the strongest sectors for this week are basic materials, financials, technology, utilities, and healthcare. The weakest ones, now I'm just talking about this week and weakness in the pricing stream, moving up or moving down,
right,
is telecom, energy, industrials, consumer staples, and consumer discretionary. Those look a little bit weak. So if I own stocks in those areas, and I was kind of at a point of thinking, well, I want to take some profit off the table, and one of my rules that I have is when I get to about 10% profit in a position, if it's a full position, I generally put about 5% in each position. I will tend to sell part of that just to pull some of that profit back in so I can put it to work in other positions. So if you were in a position like that and wanted to, then I would say, you want to look at the stocks that have got pricing pressure moving them up and maybe sell into some strength. And that would be basic materials, financials, technology, utilities, and healthcare. So that sort of thing is there. And by the way, if folks that can't keep up with me on the radio, I clearly understand that, they can go to my website, and that's turnercapitalinvestments.com. And this chart, I call it my heat map, is on the website. You can just look at Mike's Market Pulse when you get there, but you don't even have to remember that. Just go to turnercapitalinvestments.com, and you can find out about who we are, what we do, and you can see a lot about what I'm talking about. I put my market bias chart up there and my heat map that you and I have been talking about, Michael.
Okay. All right. So at this point, you're expecting a little bit of pullback into the market, but really more looking at a buying opportunity.
Yeah, this is the time to be buying. You want to be fully in this market, knowing full well. In fact, I wrote this in my newsletter this weekend, is that I've always got an eye on the exit. Where is that exit going to be? And it's kind of like being in a big crowd and you're enthusiastic about what's going on, but you want to know where that exit is in case you have to leave suddenly.
Okay, let me jump in there, Mike. We got about a minute left in the segment. And the weakest segments you see coming up this week are?
The weakest segments are telecom, energy, industrials, consumer staples, and consumer discretionary. Those are the weakest.
Okay, so are you thinking that if they give you some kind of a support level later in the week, you're thinking that may be?
Yeah, I mean, any of those, I would look for them to pull back. If I like the stock in any of those market segments, I wouldn't be buying today with an up day. I would wait for the first down day. I would wait for a down day in that market segment to be a buyer. But yes, I am a buyer. My suggestion is this week you want to be fully in the market with fundamentally strong, uptrending stocks.
All right.
That's where you want to be, and you want to be full in. Next week we may have a different discussion, but this week that's the plan.
Got to go. All right. Thanks so much, Michael. We'll talk to you next week. TurnerCapitalInvestments.com. Is there a phone number real quick before we tune out here?
That's on the website. They can go there and get the phone numbers. All right there for them.
All right. Thanks, Michael. We'll talk to you later. Michael Turner, President, Founder, TurnerCapitalInvestments.com. We'll be right back after this short break with Ed Baxter. We're going to talk about what we're going to do with this show as we go forward. Today's a little bit free form, kind of a soft launch. All right, live to you on the AM 1160 KBCE, DFW's Business Authority.